Today we're going to shoot some X-ray film with a Holga 120N. Hey everyone, Sean here and welcome to another episode of Film Friday. Now Holga Week is officially over. Holga Week is the first week of October 1 through 7. You take photos with a Holga camera like this Holga 120N. You can then go to holgaweek.com, submit a couple photos into a contest, and you may win a prize. Now, just because Holga Week's over doesn't mean I can't keep talking about Holga. I mean, I talk about Holga all the time on this channel, but today I wanted to specifically focus on a roll of film I shot with this Holga 120N for Holga Week. I wanted to participate, so last weekend I loaded this Holga 120N up with FPP X-Ray film. This is really nice, high contrast black and white film from the Film Photography Project. So I loaded this camera with the film, took some photos, and I wanted to show you the photos I captured. One of the reasons I love shooting with a Holga 120N is that it's a super simple mechanical camera. It has no electronics, but it has a lot of really fun customizable features, and you can take really interesting photos with it. For those of you who don't know, here's how the Holga 120N works. Okay, Holga 120N in a nutshell. You've got a 60mm f8 lens on the front. To focus this lens, you can go from mountains, which is infinity, to a large group of people, a medium group of people, and a single person. You've got the sunny aperture setting, which is f11, and the cloudy aperture setting, which is f8. To take a picture, you just press this button. Got that nice clicky shutter sound. And then if you want to do a long exposure, switch this to bulb. And then as long as you hold this down, it continues to open the shutter until you release it. Got the viewfinder here. You advance the film here. Got a hot shoe on the top so you can mount a flash if you want. And then this is how you look at how many exposures you have. If you have it set here, you're shooting 6x6. That is 12 exposures. Or you can switch this to 16 exposures, but if you do that, you do have to use the different mask. This is the square mask. They come with a rectangular mask, so you can take 16 exposures instead of 12. And that is the Holga 120N in a nutshell. Loading a Holga 120N is actually really simple, and here's how you do it. Start by opening the back of the camera by sliding the two silver holders down. Open up your 120 film, slide the film into the left side of the Holga, and pull the paper backing to the right. Slide the tail of the paper backing into the right take-up spool and advance the film until you get to start. Reattach the camera's back and slide the silver holders back into place. Now just advance the film and watch the red film window until you get to the #1 shot. It's that simple. Once I had the camera loaded up, it was time to take some photos, and then I developed these photos with Film Photography Project's Super Monobath. This is a wonderful one-step developer that I really enjoy using. I'm not a big home developer guy, so if I'm going to develop, generally I'm going to do it the easiest way possible. Let's take a look at the photos I captured. This first photo really highlights the contrast of the X-ray film. We went to a pumpkin festival, and I like the way they posed these skeletons. It was a fun photo to take. And you can see how I improperly used the monobath here. There's a little bit of wash on the film. If you use the monobath properly, you generally don't run into this, but I was being a little hasty. This second photo is a little too dark. If I had had a flash, I could have exposed better for the skeleton's face. But I do like the contrast of the fun fairground in the background and the creepy skeleton in the wig in the foreground. Also, you can really see how much the Holga 120N can vignette in the right circumstances. And here's a closer shot on that fair ride. Love swing rides like this. And this photo definitely had some developing issues, but I kind of like it. It adds to the lo-fi nature. You can see the sharp center of the Holga 120N's lens and then how it falls off into softness on the edges. The Holga can also create some pretty nice lens flares. I pointed this shot directly at the sun, got that silhouette of the Ferris wheel and the leaves. This shot's a little abstract. I wanted to capture more of the face of the jack-o'-lantern, but for some reason the light bouncing off it created this really weird lens flare. And here's a wider shot of those pumpkins. This is a little underexposed. It was getting a little dark when I was taking these photos, and the Holga is definitely designed for shooting in bright light. I do like how the pumpkin shelves are dwarfing the two people looking at them. One of the cool things about Holga is you can take multiple exposures on a piece of film. I took a photo of a skeleton and some corn stalks, and then I took a photo of the Ferris wheel. And I really like how this double exposure worked out. But yeah, you can take as many exposures on a single shot of film that you want with the Holga. This shot is definitely underexposed. I was taking a picture with my wife and this was in shadow. If you're going to be shooting in low light conditions like this, it's best to add a flash. And this one turned out a little bit better. There was more light. It's still a little bit underexposed, but I just like my wife posing next to the jack-o'-lantern. Holgas are great for fun, candid snapshots like this. This is probably the worst photo from the roll, although I do kind of like how abstract it is. It could be an artsy-fartsy book cover. I just decided to get an action shot of this ride. The nice thing about shooting on 120 film is you can crop in post. This shot was much wider, but I cropped in almost 50% because I wanted specifically the silhouette of the skeletons and the Ferris wheel, and there's enough resolution that the photo still looks pretty good. And here's the last photo on my roll. It was getting dark, so I knew I couldn't use the normal shutter speed anymore. So I set the shutter to bulb mode, propped the camera up on a fence, and I think this is like a 5-second exposure. That's one of the cool things about the Holga 120N. It's got that bulb mode, so even if you're in situations where the shutter speed that's really just designed for bright sunlight won't work, if you can set the camera down or put it on a tripod, you can still use the camera with long exposure. I had a blast shooting with my Holga 120N this Holga week. It's so fun just to take a step back and just shoot with a simple plastic lo-fi camera like the Holga 120N. This is a wonderful camera. It's super lightweight. It's got simple yet fairly customizable controls, and I love the photos I'm able to capture with it. Photos with that cool lo-fi sharp center and that beautiful fall-off soft edge. Really love shooting with my Holga cameras. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Film Friday. We've got some fun Halloween-themed videos coming up, so stay tuned. If you'd like to learn more about the camera that I used in today's video, or the film, or the developer, click the links in the description below. Also, comment below if you have any questions about anything I said in today's video. Love to help you out. I'm Sean with Film Friday, and thanks for watching.